Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Games and Stuff. I'm your host, Grester, and with me today is Julian and Angel. And today we're going to be discussing about Destiny. What do you guys think of the game from what you played so far? We'll start with you, Angel.
I think it should have been a starter title for the PS4. It doesn't warrant a later release date based on what I've played. Definitely not a $60 price point. I think it's a game that should have been $50 from the start, 50 or 40. It's not too expansive. It's basic PvP or PvW.
All right. What about you, Julian?
Some of the worlds, some of like the planets like Mars, Venus, Earth. Some of those seemed kind of, I wouldn't say identical, but some things seemed kind of familiar from the previous planets, and it kind of took away from the experience of wonder and what you're supposed to be looking for in the end. So when all was said and done, it was an enjoyable experience in the end, but I felt like there should have been a little bit more.
It's funny how you bring up that identical point with all the different planets. Personally, I felt like each planet was different, but overall, from what I've played, I felt like it's a good game. It's repetitive, as you guys mentioned. That is true, especially once you pass the game. It gets really repetitive, unless you play like PvP, but we all know what PvP is. What elements do you like from Destiny?
I really like the cooperative action when you're on a planet, but other than that, there's no other cooperation. So that was disappointing.
The elements so far, from what I've liked, have been the whole looting thing. I really like that. The class things. The class things have been fun, especially because I play as the hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You got the gold gun, and then you got like some sort of arc knife thing. The arc weapon is actually way better than the gold gun, personally. It's more fun. You get more kills, and that's usually what I've been liking so far. What about you, Julian?
Pretty much also, like, again, the same things. I like the customization, I guess, that you can put into your character. The kind of, I wouldn't say like putting your own personality into your character, kind of making it your own. The cooperative I personally loved about it. You know, I don't really like the PvP that much. It's kind of clunky in some aspects, but like when you're playing with friends or you play with randoms, it could really add a whole different dynamic to the game when you're playing solo. And
Do you think Destiny lived up to the hype? Yes or no, and why? We'll start with you, Angel.
No way. No way that it lived up to its hype. I thought it was gonna be better. In a lot of ways, I thought the guns were gonna be better. The character customization I thought was really weak. Halo does it well. The character customization, different helmets and stuff. But for some reason, when I was switching the armor and helmets on my character, the boots, the balaclava, no, not balaclava. It's a scarf type thing.
Yeah.
Most of them look the same. I like to make my characters look
Different.
more
like
different.
awesome.
To like look like me. That's why I like Skyrim. You know, I like to try out different armors and stuff, different combinations. But right here, everything felt similar.
you know, I was enjoying the heck out of it the first couple of days, but then I started to recognize the flaws. I realized there was hype, but it didn't really meet that expectation for me in the end. And I'm sure Bungie could work on that. You know, they've got their first expansion coming out this December. And, you know, I'm hoping that with these future updates, expansions, the little tweaks and things that Bungie can do, I'm sure that at some point, maybe next year, that Destiny will have fulfilled the hype that it had, you know, for the past year when they first showed it off at E3 last year.
For me, I felt that it was a yes and no type thing. I felt like Destiny went for an approach more of a long-term thing, because they said they're going to be working on the game for approximately 10 years. So I felt like they wanted to put the game out for people to finally get it and understand what Destiny is, what it really is as a game. Like you said, they're going to come out with an expansion. I'm hoping that is really good. I'm hoping they add a whole bunch of new missions, a whole bunch of new raids, a whole bunch of new strike missions, armor, weapons, and I hope it grows and makes it different as the years go by, or the months even. By the time the 10-year point hits, I'm hoping this is a totally different game than what we played in September of 2014. This has been another episode of Games and Stuff. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, like us on YouTube, check out our Talon Marks newspaper, it's awesome, and see you next time.